Patch Adams is one of the best doctors in the world. He tried to incorporate more happiness, more laughs into his practice while trying to make things, while trying to make his hospital free of charge, and really trying to up any sort of medicinal stuff. So even though yes, he learned from really good doctors, he figured, why not push the envelope? Why not try to be the best stinking doctor in the world? Well, in 1998, Tom Shadyac cast Robin Williams to play Patch in the movie called Patch Adams, and the movie isn't really a biopic. It's just the escapades of Patch starting off. His real name's Hunter Adams, by the way. So it's all about Patch Adams starting off as a doctor. Decides to enroll in medical school and just make more patients happy and all that kind of stuff. But of course, as one would have it, the doctors, some of his peers, they don't like Patch, but Patch tries to challenge them anyway. And so he puts on a big rubber nose and tries to make everyone as happy as can be, force them all into happiness. It's not really a good movie. The real Patch Adams himself hated the movie. He didn't like the fact that Robin Williams didn't donate any of his money to Patch's hospital as donation, because Patch runs a free hospital. So yeah, the movie is an oversimplification of a very, very intelligent, wonderful, interesting person. And, it was a really good move casting Robin Williams as Patch Adams. Even though Robin Williams was a little bit old for the part, how could you not love Robin Williams, right? He's just so good in some of his things. He's so lovable, he's so cuddly. And because it is Robin Williams, that's ultimately one of the reasons, it's ultimately the only reason why this movie got to people, I guess you could say. It's the only reason I don't hate this movie as much as the critics did when it first came out. Yes, critics bashed this movie to death. I'm not on board with them, mainly because of Robin Williams. Frankly, if this movie was more accurate to the real Patch Adams, then definitely Robin would have easily been able to adapt. He easily would have been able to play the real Patch more accurately. But we get this cynical, dumbed down, sanctimonious version of Patch. So we never see Patch really do any sort of studying. We never see him do any sort of hard work. We don't really see him do a whole lot of doctor stuff. We do see a tiny little bit, but the majority, like 99% of the film, is just him putting on a rubber nose and annoying people, trying to make people laugh and smile. Now, that's not a big deal or anything, but that's not all what Patch was about. When you're a doctor, it's not just laughter is the best medicine. There's other aspects to doctor stuff too. The movie just zeroes in on the clown stuff, and yeah, that oversimplification really annoyed me. And the fact that the movie also preaches things like, what's wrong with a doctor being emotionally involved with a patient? The movie distinctly shows us why that shouldn't be. The movie really misses the ball misses everything when they cast Monica Potter as his girlfriend, and she's just written so terribly, and her arc is terrible. And when we find out the reality of it all, it's so preachy, it's so corny, and the reality of the Monica Potter character is just living proof, you shouldn't be emotionally involved with people. It's like the whole idea of these doctors being so one-noted and so mean, we're gonna make doctors out of you. Man, give me a break already. There's so many overly manipulative, overly sappy, overly squishy, overly like forcible things in this movie that are just like, man, come on already. Yeah, this movie is it's a pretty big stinker. And if they would have cast anybody else in this movie, it would have stunk. 1998 was also was also when Jim Carrey was one of the top stars. If they would have cast anybody else aside from those two people, Robin Williams and Jim Carrey, this movie would have fallen flat on his face. Nobody would have fallen for it. Everyone would have hated it just as much as most of the critics did. But because of Robin Williams, I can't be on board with the critics and despise this movie as much as they did. I still hate it, but just not as much as them. So I'll give Patch Adams from 1998 2 stars out of 4. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you again next time.